The blessing project is not something that you do one time. It stays with you all your life. As you have a deeper and deeper relationship with Christ, that relationship is going to be manifested through the priorities that you set for yourself. But as you approach the end of life and are laid to rest and waiting for the coming of the Lord, your financial management should still be evident. I know that death is not a comfortable subject, and it's something that, while we don't want to talk about it, it would be unwise to leave your financial matters in such a state that they are unsettled and might give extra heartache and extra burden to your family and loved ones. According to a new study that was published by the Princeton Survey Research Associates International, only 42% of US adults currently have estate planning documents, such as a will or a living trust. For those with children under the age of 18, the figure is even lower, with just 36% having an end-of-life plan in place. The young think they will live forever, and the rest are often in so much debt that they think that they don't have anything to leave behind. The fact is that we have to be careful, though, because if you put your family in a situation where there is no plan for what happens, in the event of a tragedy, in the event of a disaster, what will happen with your children? What will happen with your resources? What will happen with you yourself when end-of-life decisions have to be made, medical decisions? All these are important for you to settle now while you're of sound mind and body and able to take care of these things. Arranging your financial matters is always important. We find this as an example in Isaiah chapter 38, verse 1. The king is about to die, and the Lord sends his prophet to tell him that he's going to die. And the prophet admonishes him to set his house in order before that event. That's what you need to do. Wills properly made now will save your family not only time, but also in legal fees trying to settle the estate that you should have already arranged to be settled. Don't be afraid. You think that if you make a will, you're going to die sooner. That's not the case. Death will not come one day sooner because you've made your will. In fact, in disposing of your property by a will to your relatives, you'll be able to have more control over its direction, and also ensuring that a portion of it is left to the furtherance of the gospel. When necessary, which is in most cases, get the assistance of a professional to be sure it's done in the best way that will stand up to any legal challenge in the jurisdiction where you live. You can change the will as often, as long as you want, as many times as you want, but your family will be ready in the event of any tragedy. God has made you a steward of his goods. In 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 2, we're told, "Moreover, it is required in stewards that a man be found faithful." And I hope that you will be found faithful by ensuring that your estate is settled now.